Well, I certainly now know that the best way to feel better after getting a cold that might be certainly contagious and could kill everyone is by having a snake bitch rub on top of you, completely naked, have a slime monster take care of you, and just... So one thing that was very interesting to know about, like, this one is that this actual episode has a bit of technical kind of filler. Basically, what I was trying to say from what they were going to do, like, last week, what I said there is that they pretty much added some stuff from Volume 3 that they left out. There was, like, one chapter that they left out, and the rest is just pretty much Volume 4. But funny enough is that Rachne wasn't actually in that whole, like, taking care of, like, main character sort of thing when he was ill. But they added her in it, and they did it in a way where it's, like, it actually doesn't, like, it's just a nice little addition to it. So just, like, I don't know, like, I wouldn't really even call it filler. It's just, like, a nice little addition to it, really. Like, but it was kind of nice just to see that, like, it actually made that seem more funnier in the anime than it has in the manga, to be fair, and I really did enjoy that. So we can see from straight off, like, first we see how, like, Rachne is, like, dealing with, you know, joining with everyone, and funny enough, like, Centauria is, like, there, like, kind of, like, not accepting me as, like, the one as well that's, like, like, you know, don't get off my darling. He's like, oh, well, I'm gonna call him Honey then. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, like, all you guys right there, you know, you guys might like that darling, you know, that stuff from like Chitoge and all that stuff from there, but I don't know, when she says honey, I was like, my heart melts. I don't give a fuck, she's a spider bitch, she's still pretty goddamn hot. And she was there going straight into them like that. It's like, I'm just gonna dive right the fuck in, try and get that dick. I like how she like barricaded the doors after everyone kept trying to break in, and then fucking Centauria with a plastic fucking sword just cuts this shit out like that. What the fuck is she like with a real sword? I'm kind of really concerned. Like, she's on some fucking saber leather shit from like Fate Stay or something. I don't want to deal with that. And it was kind of funny, like, how, like, when she actually escaped, like, with Himiya Hito, like, and actually they were getting pressurized by those fuckers again, those same human pieces of shit, and it was actually Rachne that kind of saying, you know, hey, you can get away with that shit and all that, if you just don't get caught. It's like, so it's funny enough, because they tied up the main character, like, trying to hold him down. I really could have wished we saw, like, another badass scene from him, like we did in, like, episode 1, where he, like, fucking just punched that motherfucker for talking shit about Mia, or just, like, any other stuff like that. Honestly, it was a really enjoyable episode, like, that first half, and then the second half was, like, he got sick, the girls decided to take care of her, like, you know, but the problem is, like, they couldn't go in because they were afraid of getting, like, contaminated, and that could cause, like, a wise, like, panic. So basically what they did, because apparently Sue's not infected by it at all, they sent Sue in, so it's like, fuck Sue. Like, you gotta deal with this bullshit, and everyone kind of gave their own instructions to Sue, like, a sort of, like, a tape recorder. It was like, yeah, you gotta do this, and it just ended up being fucking terrible. Like, Mia tried to make some cooking, but it was terrible. Like, it tasted like shit, but thankfully Sue ate pretty much all of it. Then you got to see, like, what everyone else did, like, by holding the chest, rubbing them down. I was like, when Mia did the whole thing naked, and, like, even, like, Sue had the ability to copy someone and turn it into him, and they did all the practice on Sue herself, and then Mia got naked and started doing that to him. I'm like, oh, hero dear, that's the best way to wipe sweat on someone. I mean, I'm getting some sweat just right now, just on my brow, just thinking about that shit. It's just like, this is what I love about Musume. It's just like a bunch of dumb shit. It's entertaining, it's ecchi, but it's fun and just enjoyable, and the characters know how to have a laugh. And, like, I like that even Smith got there, and she was just like, yeah, I'm pretty much here just to fucking get off of work. It's like, oh, it's a big fucking issue, we have to take care of this, and it's just like, she just dips to, like, pay for, like, I absolutely love Smith. Like, I want to see more for the series, which I'm glad that we're going to get that episode of her, like, next week, so I'm really looking forward to that. And it was just fun and enjoyable, and, you know, it was just everyone goofing about. It's like, oh, how do we deal with sick? And that's just pretty much what, like, I like about Musume. It's very like, that's just the best way to do it. It's like, I can be there laughing my ass off next second, then be like, oh, that's a nice moment, or that's something new. It's like, it was kind of, but then as well, I feel like some people was like, oh, I didn't really add anything, because I read the other episodes being added more to relationship, but then we did get to see Sue. She kind of, like, did confess at the end of the episode, saying, like, oh, I like you, master, like that. Like, and so, yeah, I guess that's one way to say, you know, we, like, because we saw her, like, outside, and I think maybe that was her time when she realized that she was in love with the main guy, so maybe that might have been, you know, kind of thing, but it still kind of felt like, when I was watching it with a friend, the best way that he kind of described it was like, it feels like a bit like a throwaway episode. Like, you can watch this and you can enjoy it, but it's like, it's one of those episodes like you can kind of miss, or it's like, it's that okay episode out of all the others. But I enjoyed it personally, in my own opinion. I thought it was a really good one. I'd like to give it like a 6.5 to like a 7. I feel like it was a good episode and it had a lot of fun in it. But that's all from me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.